Imagine you're walking through a beautiful seaside city where the salty breeze from the Mediterranean brushes against your face and the sun warms your skin. The city is alive with the sounds of daily life. Vendors calling out their freshest produce, the distant clatter of horse-drawn carts, and the gentle hum of conversation drifting through narrow, winding streets. You pass by elegant villas with painted walls and lush gardens, their courtyards filled with the scent of blooming flowers and the laughter of families enjoying the morning. The market is a riot of color and sound, stalls overflowing with ripe fruit, fragrant herbs, and freshly baked bread. People are laughing, exchanging stories, and haggling over prices. Children dart between the stalls, their shouts echoing off the stone walls as they play games in the town square. Musicians strum lyres and play flutes, adding a joyful soundtrack to the scene. Everything feels peaceful, as if the city has always been, and will always be, a place of happiness and community. But then, in a single, heart-stopping moment, everything changes. The lively chatter fades, replaced by strange, uneasy silence. People freeze in their tracks, their faces turning from joy to confusion, and then to terror. The ground trembles beneath your feet, and a deep rumbling sound fills the air, a sound unlike anything you've ever heard before. It's as if the earth itself is warning you that something unimaginable is about to happen. Suddenly, the sky darkens as a monstrous cloud of ash and pumice erupts from the nearby volcano, Mount Vesuvius. Day turns to night in an instant. Laughter turns into screams as people scramble to find loved ones and escape the falling ash. The air grows thick and hard to breathe, and the city is swallowed by darkness. Ash rains down relentlessly, covering every street, every home, every person. In just a few hours, the vibrant city is silenced, frozen in a moment of unimaginable tragedy. This isn't the beginning of a movie or a scene from a novel. This is the true story of Pompeii, a city where time literally stopped. Buried beneath meters of ash, Pompeii was lost to the world for nearly 2,000 years. Today, its ruins stand as a haunting reminder of how quickly life can change, and how the echoes of the past can still speak to us across the centuries. As you walk through its silent streets, you can almost hear the voices of those who lived, loved, and laughed here, frozen forever in time. But what really happened on that fateful day, nearly 2,000 years ago, when the world of Pompeii changed forever? What was it like to be there, to witness the unimaginable power of nature unleashed in a single devastating moment? And how did an entire city, full of life, laughter, and daily routines, freeze in a single moment, preserved for centuries beneath a blanket of ash? To understand the tragedy of Pompeii, we must first imagine the city as it was, vibrant, thriving, and utterly unaware of the disaster looming on the horizon. Pompeii was an ancient Roman city in southern Italy, nestled near the base of a volcano called Vesuvius. The city was a jewel of the Roman Empire, famous for its grand villas, colorful frescoes, and lively streets. Merchants sold their wares in busy markets, children played in sunlit courtyards, and citizens gathered in bathhouses and theaters. Life in Pompeii was rich and full, a blend of Roman luxury and local tradition, all set against the dramatic backdrop of the looming volcano. On August 24th, in the year 79 AD, the people of Pompeii awoke to what seemed like an ordinary summer day. The sun rose over the Bay of Naples, casting golden light on the city's red-tiled roofs. Shopkeepers opened their doors, bakers prepared fresh loaves, and families gathered for breakfast. There were no warnings, no fear, no sign of the disaster that was about to come. The volcano, which had slept for centuries, gave no hint of the fury it was about to unleash. Then suddenly, without warning, the earth began to tremble. A deep thunderous roar echoed across the land as Mount Vesuvius erupted with unimaginable force. The sky darkened as a massive column of ash and pumice shot high into the atmosphere, turning day into night. People looked up in terror, realizing too late that their world was about to change forever. The explosion was massive, one of the most powerful volcanic eruptions in recorded history. It sent clouds of toxic ash and superheated gases racing through the air at over 700 degrees Celsius. The force of the eruption was so great that it could be heard hundreds of kilometers away. Ash began to fall like black snow, coating the city in a suffocating blanket. The air grew thick and hot, making it nearly impossible to breathe. Lightning crackled within the volcanic cloud, adding to the chaos and fear. In just seconds, the entire city was covered. Roofs began to collapse under the weight of the ash. Streets that had been filled with laughter and conversation were now silent, buried beneath layers of volcanic debris. The once bright colors of Pompeii faded to gray as the ash blotted out the sun and smothered every sign of life. People were shocked, trying desperately to escape the oncoming disaster. Some ran through the narrow streets, searching for loved ones or a way out. Others sought shelter in their homes, hoping the walls would protect them. But there was no time. The ash and toxic gases moved too quickly, filling the air and choking anyone who breathed it. Panic spread as the city was plunged into darkness, and the sounds of fear and confusion echoed through the streets. The ash and heat killed everyone in its path, leaving no chance for escape. In a matter of hours, Pompeii was buried under nearly 6 meters of volcanic debris. The city, its people, and all their possessions were sealed away, frozen in time. For centuries, Pompeii lay hidden beneath the earth, its tragic story forgotten by the world above. In just one day, Pompeii vanished from the earth. The city that had once been so full of life was now a silent tomb, its streets and homes preserved beneath layers of ash. Today, the ruins of Pompeii stand as a haunting reminder of the power of nature and the fragility of human life. A city frozen in its final moments, waiting for its story to be uncovered once more. But what was a tragedy back then? A sudden violent eruption that brought terror and destruction to the people of Pompeii would, in time, become something far more profound. In the year 79 AD, Mount Vesuvius erupted with unimaginable force, sending a deadly cloud of ash, pumice, and toxic gases racing down its slopes. The city of Pompeii, once a thriving Roman town bustling with life, was caught completely off guard. In a matter of hours, the streets that had echoed with laughter and commerce fell silent, buried beneath meters of volcanic debris. Families huddled together, seeking shelter from the falling ash, while others tried desperately to escape the chaos. The tragedy was swift and absolute, leaving behind a city frozen in its final, desperate moments. Yet, as centuries passed, what was once a scene of unimaginable loss transformed into a miracle of preservation. The very ash that had brought death and destruction became a protective blanket, sealing away the city and its secrets from the ravages of time. For nearly 2 millennia, Pompeii lay hidden beneath the earth, its story waiting to be rediscovered. When the first rays of sunlight touched the ancient stones once more. It was as if the city was awakening from a long, silent slumber. Archaeologists, driven by curiosity and a passion for history, began to uncover the remnants of a world lost to time. Each artifact, each wall, each street revealed a new piece of the puzzle, bringing the past vividly back to life. The ash preserved everything exactly as it was. Streets lined with shops and homes, vibrant paintings on the walls, and even the bodies of people frozen in their final moments. The details are astonishing. Loaves of bread still sitting in ovens, graffiti scrawled on walls, and colorful mosaics that once decorated the homes of the wealthy. The preservation is so complete that it feels as if the people of Pompeii might return at any moment, resuming their daily routines. The plaster casts, created by pouring liquid plaster into the voids left by decomposed bodies, capture the very last expressions and gestures of the victims, some shielding their faces, others reaching out for loved ones. These haunting images serve as a powerful reminder of the human cost of the disaster, but also as a testament to the resilience of memory. The city remained buried for about 1,700 years, its existence fading into legend and myth. It wasn't until the 18th century that serious excavations began, revealing the astonishing extent of the ruins. As archaeologists dug deeper, they realized they were not just uncovering buildings, but an entire way of life. The discovery of Pompeii was like opening a time capsule, offering an unparalleled glimpse into the daily lives, customs, and beliefs of ancient Romans. The meticulous work of generations of archaeologists has allowed us to reconstruct the city, almost street by street, house by house, room by room. Each new find adds another layer to our understanding, painting a richer, more complex picture of a society that once flourished at the foot of a volcano. When they began digging, they saw real scenes of the moment of death. People trying to flee, children in their mother's arms, families huddled together, each one perfectly preserved as if time had truly stopped. These casts are more than just archaeological artifacts. They are windows into the lives and emotions of people who lived nearly 2,000 years ago. The expressions of fear, hope, and love are still visible, captured forever in the hardened ash. For many visitors, seeing these casts is a deeply moving experience, a direct connection to the humanity of the past. It reminds us that history is not just a collection of dates and events, but a tapestry woven from the stories of real people, each with their own dreams, struggles, and joys. Pompeii became one of the most important windows into daily life in ancient Rome, a frozen film from the past, offering insights that no written record could ever provide. Walking through the street of Pompeii today, you can almost hear the echoes of ancient voices, the clatter of carts on stone roads, the laughter from bustling markets. The city's layout, its public baths, temples, theaters, and even brothels, all tell the story of a vibrant, complex society. Everyday objects, pots, tools, jewelry, reveal the tastes, habits, and technologies of the time. The preservation of organic materials such as food, wooden furniture, and even garden plants is especially rare and valuable, allowing scientists to reconstruct ancient diets and agricultural practices. Pompeii is not just a site of tragedy, it is a celebration of life, creativity, and resilience. What happened in Pompeii makes us think, how quickly can life change in an instant? One moment, the city was alive with activity. The next, it was silence forever. The story of Pompeii is a powerful reminder of the fragility of human existence and the unpredictability of nature. It challenges us to appreciate the present, to cherish our loved ones, and to recognize that everything we take for granted can be altered in a heartbeat. The volcano that once brought destruction now stands as a silent guardian over the ruins, a symbol of both danger and renewal. Modern life continues in its shadow, but the lessons of Pompeii remain as relevant as ever. And how many more unbelievable stories are hidden in history, waiting to be uncovered. Pompeii is just one chapter in the vast, unfinished book of our past. Every excavation, every artifact, every discovery brings us closer to understanding who we are and where we come from. The earth still holds countless secrets, lost cities, forgotten peoples, untold tragedies and triumphs. As we continue to dig, to study, and to learn, we are reminded that history is not just behind us, but all around us, shaping our present and our future. The story of Pompeii invites us to look deeper, to ask questions, and to never stop searching for the extraordinary stories that lie just beneath the surface of our world. If you enjoyed this story and want to discover more secrets like this one, subscribe to the channel so we can continue our journey through the past together. Don't forget to hit the like button and tell me in the comments, should the next episode be about the lost city of Atlantis or the curse of the pharaohs?